All right, so Peter Dinklage, I also love in this movie.
Amazing performance.
His character of the way I explained it in my breakdown is while Marla is kind of lawful evil, Roman is more like chaotic evil.
Yeah, I don't understand when these young people post these memes that says these things. Explain to the old man, what does that mean?
Lawful evil basically is a character.
Do you know what that means, James? What is it? Lawful evil, chaotic. We got James in the building here.
Lawful evil is basically a character who uses the legal system or uses like already established rules or laws in order to enact cruelty.
Which is even scarier.
And a chaotic evil character is someone who operates outside of the law entirely. In my breakdown, I kind of used Harry Potter as an example because there's a very like clear example of two different antagonists. But lawful evil, basically think of like Julius Hoffman in Trial of Chicago 7. Probably the most basic lawful character ever of just like, he's not breaking any like any
Which
set
character
rules.
was that?
Julius Hoffman is the judge in the Trial of Chicago 7.
God.
Uses the legal system and uses the strict set of laws in order to enact cruelty. And a chaotic evil character would be more like Tony Soprano, of he operates outside, or like Heath Ledger's The Joker is probably like the most basic, most prime example of like a chaotic evil character where like he exists outside any sort of moral code, and in fact like the idea of just having a moral code is ridiculous to him.
Yeah, well, there are people like that.
Yes,
that's what's crazy to me. Was watching this was actually going like, there are people like that.
Yeah.
There are corporations that have CEOs, that have founders, that truly like what's going on with the whole Frito-Lay situation this week. There's workers striking on in Frito-Lay factories because all this crazy shit came out about like how they're squeezing their employees to maximize profit, and like they're like docking them points. They have like a point system to where, you know, they take away days off, and like some people have worked like 5 months in a row without a day off, 7 days a week, 12-hour shifts. People are like committing suicide and shit. Like it's fucking wild.
Well, wage theft is the wage theft in America is more.
It's an operating system now.
Yes, but more money was stolen from employers by their employees than all other theft. So, including muggings, robberies, home invasions.
It can't even be close. Yeah. It can't even be close.
All other theft, wage theft, is higher than all other theft combined.
Yeah.
Which, you know, it goes to the point of
You're
this
talking
movie.
About during the pandemic or in the last X amount of years, or
I know definitely during the pandemic, probably during the next I was speaking specifically during the pandemic, but if it was also during, you know, the last X couple of years,
these are where the conspiracy theories come in. Yeah. You know what? I'm sorry. Like, you can't. Everyone can't just be painted as a you know, a cuckoo.
Yeah.
You know, fucking, you know, when you look at that and then you go, okay, well, why did we have these extreme lockdowns?
Yeah.
And I'm not making no. So you're laughing.
No.
Why
I'm
is
not
that
laughing.
funny?
I'm not laughing.
No, but I mean, it's like you can't just like throw that away. Where you go like, okay, let's look side by side. Like, here's what happened, and here's the rules that were enforced.
Yeah.
You know, it's even now I'm getting anxious that someone's gonna find a piece of audio and fucking try to cancel me like in 5 years because but that's the world we live in, where it's like just paranoid to even say that out loud. And by the way, I'm still not saying that that's what happened. I'm just saying, like, you look at the wage theft.
I don't think that's a ridiculous thing to say at all.
Right.
Look, if you're saying that part of these lockdowns that weren't kind of designed in order to transfer money from the poor into the pockets of the rich. I mean, that's obviously
it's ridiculous
that's
not to
what
think
part of it was.
That was at least well, it's like the Rahm Emanuel quote, which is like never let a tragedy go to waste or something like that.
Yeah,
which we've talked about, I'm sure.
But also it kind of plays into it plays into this movie because. I mean, look at when wage theft, when employers stealing from their employees is more so than all other theft combined, then yeah, working hard and keeping your head down and the grind culture that that all the like wannabe capitalists keep talking about today. Yeah, no, that doesn't work, so why shouldn't I just scam old people? You know?
Yeah, it's
if
crazy.
I'm really an immoral person.
How many of the, like social media entrepreneur types do you think are just, like, 100% full of shit?
All of them?
Yeah, I don't know.
Literally all of them?
Like Gary Vaynerchuk or something like that.
Yeah, I don't know.
I like a lot of what he has to say, to be honest.
I don't know who that is.
But anyway, like, the whole... the whole grind culture.
I think it's so ridiculous, and it's kind of just like,
just put your head down, and but here's the problem. There's some truth to that, right? I'm not saying put your head down and ignore what's around you, but like I'm saying there's some truth to like, you obviously have to put your head down and like grind. Like you don't have to work 12 hours a day at a shitty job that's taking advantage of you.
Yeah.
But you have to be self-motivated.
No, but that kind of grind culture is kind of just like, oh, if you're not willing to be taken advantage of, then like you're not going to make it, and it's just like,
well, that's stupid.
Right, but that's like what they're trying to basically convince people of.
Yeah.
They're trying to convince people of just like, oh, don't unionize. Oh, what, you're too good for minimum wage or whatever. Oh, look at all these people who you had a choice of I could work 40 hours a week and not make my bills, or I can collect unemployment and not pay my bills.
Well, that's what's hilarious.
Yeah. So what's even the point?
The whole like
I'm going
struggle,
to either
porn.
It's exactly.
That's so like sickening. Exactly. I had a friend who's dead now, and he used to post that shit all the time. All the time. And it was just like every Facebook status was just like, it was like, worked 40 hours this week. I wonder what Wednesday through Friday is going to bring. You know, like, all right, bro, cool. Like, you're awesome. Like, you worked 40 hours between like the first 2 days. Like,
yeah.